Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Okay, here I am at Lanyon Coit. There's a tractor going past, so I don't know whether you can hear that or not. It's a big lump of granite. It's like a granite table. No idea on the purpose of it or how long it's been there. I don't really care, to be honest, but perhaps I should have done some research on that before beginning this video. It's a freezing February afternoon, as evidenced by, just bear with me, this puddle that I found. That's about an inch thick, just under, so pretty chilly. So we're going to carry on talking about mortgages. We talked about different kinds of interest rate behaviours last time: fixed rate, capped rate, discounted rate, variable rate, that sort of thing. And I mentioned very briefly something called offsetting, so I thought it was worth doing a video on that on its own. So that's what I'm going to do this time. But before we get into it, my good friends down here in the bottom right, 7 Investment Management. They are a superb firm of investment managers based in London, and they sponsor me here on Meaningful Money, and I'm very grateful to them for doing so, because it helps me to keep going. So thank you very much, guys in London. Okay, offsetting, how does it work? Well, before we get into how it works, jumping ahead a little bit there, it's originated, I believe, in Australia. Over in this country, the Woolwich Building Society, now owned by Barclays, was a pioneer of it, but now it's very common. My own mortgage is an offset mortgage, and this is how it works. I'm going to just nip across here to get out of the way of the graphic, bring in a graphic over the coit. So let's just imagine you have a £100,000 mortgage outstanding, and at the same time you have £20,000 in savings. Right? Now the interest rate we're going to talk about is 5%. On both the mortgage and the savings. So you are paying £5,000 a year in interest. That's not paying any capital off the mortgage, that's just the interest. You are paying £5,000 a year in interest to your mortgage, and you are getting £1,000 a year on your savings. Right? The difference then is you are sort of down on the deal by £4,000 effectively. It's the difference between what you're paying out in income, in interest on your mortgage, and what you're getting in on interest on your savings. Except that it isn't, because you're actually only getting £800 of interest on your savings. If you're a basic rate taxpayer, that interest is taxed at 20%. So you're actually £4,200 down on the deal. But how offsetting works is that, assuming you have your mortgage and your savings with the same provider, what they do is they just charge you interest on the difference, in this case £80,000, right? So 80,000 quid, 5% is a £4,000 interest. They don't pay you interest on your savings, right? But that's fine, because rather than getting interest on your savings and paying tax on it, you are saving interest on your mortgage, which is, you don't pay any tax when you are paying interest. So that's a simplistic example because the interest rates are the same, but realistically you're getting a lot less in interest on your savings than you are paying in interest on your mortgage. So saving that interest on your mortgage to the amount of your saving is a useful benefit. Also, if you are getting daily interest calculations on your mortgage, which is increasingly common, any money held even in your current account. So let's say you've just got paid and your current account balance is looking nice and healthy before all the bills go out. Well, every day that money is in your current account is also being offset against the interest payable on your mortgage. And so it's simple. As the name suggests, you offset what you have on deposit against what you owe on your mortgage. So it's a useful little angle, and actually it can reduce the interest you pay over the life of the mortgage quite considerably, which is a good way to pay it back quicker if you keep your payments the same. One added benefit is that sometimes these are called current account mortgages, and if you overpay your mortgage, you're paying it off. Very often it's a simple procedure to borrow that money back if you need to. Maybe there's an emergency, or maybe you decide you want to put a conservatory on or something. It's easy to draw back down on your mortgage. That's both a good point and potentially a bad point, depending on your level of discipline. But hopefully you see the point. Pros of the offset, your savings against your mortgage outstanding, can have some benefits. So that's how it works. I'm going to get rid of the graphic and scooch back in. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully you can see the benefits of offsetting your savings against your outstanding mortgage. You're not getting interest on your savings anymore, but you are saving interest probably at the higher rate on your mortgage, so well worth considering. All sorts of providers do them. You can get fixed rate, offset mortgages. You know, the world is very broad and wide these days of your choices. So if you think offsetting could appeal to you, then you know, ask your lender or your mortgage broker for it. Certainly your mortgage broker should be talking to you about it. Okay, hope that's helpful in aiming to keep these shorter than they were. So next time I'm going to talk about protecting a mortgage. So thanks for watching. Goodbye from Lanyon Coit.